Hi there, Dr. Sheep here. Welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play, episode 11, 13. Oh boy, 13. Oh, that's not good. Today, well, I'm gonna go to bed ASAP. It's getting dark, and I don't like being up here when that's the wrong hole. That's what she said. Nope. Right. So today, after I take my nappy nap, we are going to build a bridge. Actually, I wasn't really sure what I was going to do today, to be honest. And I debated somewhere between building a bridge and building the house. To be fair, building a house would be a little more valuable. But there's stuff at the home base I want and need. And so I'm going to get it. And I was reading you guys' comments. Well, the water bottles comment, I guess. It was funny. Such a waste of stone pickaxes. Well, they're still getting wasted. I mean, I have basically infinite cobblestone as well back at the house. So, I need to do some math here really quick. Where's my phone? So, we need to calculate. We need to go 3,000 blocks, divide that by 64, we get 47 stacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 6 times 9 is 54. So we basically need an entire double chest full of dirt. Basically, an entire double chest full of dirt to pull this off. Unfortunately, I do not have that, and because of my time constraints this week, I didn't have time to accumulate all that. It's 54, right? Yes. I'm trying to remember my nines, but it's proving to be more difficult than I was originally anticipating. So yeah, we need to get some dirt. A lot of it. Lots of dirt. I suppose maybe in this episode we're going to mine a bunch of dirt. I know that's not entertaining, but I kind of... I forgot. Well, I don't have a lot of time this week to record. I could probably record Saturday, but I also have to write a script at some point. So, like, I was just out of time. And I'm also just excited to get the new farming sim Let's Play out, FS19, and so that's going out. Well, you are seeing that tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow, because this will be Monday when this goes out. Oh, burping. This will go out Monday, so you'll see this. So right. This will go out Monday. You'll see Farming Sim Tuesday. It's going to be Tuesdays and Thursdays. So something I literally just thought about on the way home is Phil and I want to change the content direction, or Phil wants to change the content direction, and I do agree with them. Not like we quit. By change the content direction, we mean like we want to change how the content is, how the content's made. Not what the content is, but how it's, not how it is. Yes, we're going to change the whole premise of the content. I don't know how to explain that. Basically, okay, so what that means is Phil suggested that we try and, he says that just listing off random facts, not random facts, but just listing off facts in a video is kind of boring. And he's got a point. I mean, to be fair, I can listen to a lecture, which is basically all that is, to be honest. As where I can listen to a lecture, most people don't enjoy listening to lectures. That's not why they go and watch YouTube videos. And so he's like, how can we change that? And he suggested because like I asked, like, so we need some more ideas. because after, well, this upcoming the video for this week is fear, which I need to write. It's my first psychology video in a while, so it's like, oh boy. After this one, the next video is one that Will wrote, and it's about why the reflex dogs have when you rub their belly and they kick at you, or cats are the same way. And he wrote a whole video on it. And once those videos are done, I actually don't have any ideas, at least in the pipeline anyways. I've always got video ideas, but nothing in the pipeline. And so Phil is suggesting that we take the content in a new direction. And that new direction is skits. So in the skit, the skit explains a principle. So say we're doing Newton's 3 laws, which we just finished filming the other week. Say it's Newton's 3 laws, it would explain Newton's 3 laws, or one of them anyways, in a fun little entertaining skit. And I told Phil, I'm like, that's very difficult. That takes a lot of creative horsepower for us to do. Something we don't have, something we just don't have or may ever have between the two of us. And he's like, we'll have to talk about it. And, you know, I was walking on the way home. I was like, if we're going to do these skits, and with Phil, I don't know, I guess he graduates here in December. He'll have more time, I hope anyways. And so maybe when I do like, hey, every other weekend, you know, like, hey, can we record this weekend or whatever? He'll be like, oh yeah, sure, we can do that. And there won't be any problems like there are currently. It's like, oh, I have work. Well, I don't know what he'll be doing for a job. I don't think he's figured that out quite yet. Anyways, I can be like, hey, we need to record this weekend. Now, but then I thought, well, because these skits are more complex than just a normal video that we would do, a lecture, essentially, is what we've been doing. Lectures. Because they're more complex, I don't think I can write them by myself. And so then I thought, or I don't think they can also be done in one weekend. So I think I'm gonna tell Phil, like, okay, so we do videos, I don't like this, but every 4 weeks. Normal videos every 4 weeks. And then to supplement this missing content, we upload an extra gaming video, or we upload an extra Farming Sim episode that week, an episode Minecraft episode that week, or some other supplementary content. Like, I think if I'm not able to, if Phil and I can't figure out how to do this quite yet, I got this idea. I'm gonna do it anyways, but I'm gonna build a sign. I talked about this in the podcast, but I'm gonna build a sign and put it in the back of my truck and drive around. And it's gonna be a Mr. Beast-esque type video. And that theoretically could work quite well. Only time will tell, and I keep saying that. And theoretically, it could work quite well. The video could also do quite well. I also have another video idea. I don't want to share it, just because I don't want the premise to get out there too much. I want it to just be kind of a, oh, this happened, and I didn't want people either using the idea or... I'm sure it's been done. The more I think about it, I'm sure somebody's done... Is that my water? I wouldn't think so. What's that cobbled pole? I just noticed that. It's like a bit just... Okay, whatever. That was just a mound of dirt there. And... Right, and this other video idea... in theory, would really draw in people. And that's not just like, that's not just me saying, oh, the pumpkin carving video was supposed to do so well because last year's did well. No, no, no. The whole premise of this video is for it to do well. There's not much I can say about it. I wish I could say more. Well, I guess I could say more. I don't want to say more. If it were already, like, done and in the pipeline, I probably wouldn't have that big of a deal talking about it. But because it's not done and it's not in the pipeline and it's just a thought at the moment, I'm not too inclined to sharing it. So, that's where I stand on that. Sorry. I just feel like I just teased you guys. And that seems kind of rude. But it's the truth. It's the truth. I don't know what the future of that video holds. So, currently for this video, we are going to continue to just mine dirt, and then if time prevails, we will go and place some dirt. That's the extent of that. Easy enough. So I was thinking this week, I was like, I've noticed I need something to talk about. The Farming Sim Let's Play, which you're going to see tomorrow. It's interesting. I am trying to figure out the workflow. Actually, let's talk about the Farming Simulator workflow. So I discovered a new YouTuber. I want to talk about him on the Farming Sim Let's Play, but that's going to be like a week away, and I'm probably not going to remember it. So I'm working on the workflow, and it sounds very professional. I doubt barely anybody cares. Leave a comment if you care, if you want to hear me talk about workflows. I mean, I'm not exactly a very big YouTuber, so workflows aren't exactly that important. But I like to develop those kinds of things. That's something I like to do. Logistics aren't my strong suit, but I don't mind doing them. At least for things I find fun to do. If I couldn't do it for a job, though, that would drive me insane. But for YouTube, I can do it. It's not easy for me. It causes me a lot of stress trying to figure it out. But once it's done, the stress is gone, and I feel much happier, and life's easier because of this schedule I've developed. So, okay, let's talk about the Farming Sim workflow. I discovered a new YouTuber called Farmer Cop, and what drew me into him was he makes these videos where he tests like aspects of the game. The one is, I think the first video I ever saw of his was do different sizes of tires make a difference? So, like, do wides make a difference? Do they add more horsepower artificially or whatever? Because there's just more traction. And then I just kind of saw a few more of his videos. And today I was kind of... Well, I watched Linus Tech Tips review of the Ryzen 9 5900X. Or not review, but the new... He just of the new Ryzen 5000 series chips, which are, oh my god, they are awesome. Just absolutely amazing. And I'm curious to see what Intel's 11th gen processors are going to bring to the table, because they could take their crown back, but they're still stuck in that 14 nanometer process. And that just makes me think, like, if they ever get to like that 10, if they ever make it to 10, when they get to 10 nanometer or whatever, and they keep smaller, with this such an efficient design, is it possible that they can somehow apply that same efficiency to those same nanometers of chips? I doubt it, just because I'm sure those architectures don't actually translate well. Was I supposed to actually do that? Yes, I was. I doubt the designs transition well from architecture to architecture. From nanometer size to from size to size. I doubt they do. So anyways, Farmer Cop. Right, so back to the workflow. So Farmer Cop, I found one of his I found his Let's Play on, what world is it? Oh, No Man's Land. He's got, I like it. I just like how he plays it. And and it's just interesting to see how different worlds can yield different Let's Play strategies and styles. And other people just have different Let's Play strategies and styles as well. Like my Let's Play, I don't want to give away too much, I guess. So spoilers, if you haven't seen it yet, cut ahead in the video. I'll try and not spoil it too much. Anyways, I don't do a conventional startup. Not as a strategy as in, oh, this will be better. Well, because the crop I picked is not better at all. It's more of a headache than, say, just traditional row crop. So no, it's not a better option. And if you want to make money, lots of money anyway, it's not the option to go. The option is to just do oats and horses and then make a bunch of money with that. And I was like, that's boring. Everybody's going to do that. Why don't I do something harder, more challenging, and it's going to take longer, like much longer, significantly longer. But whatever. And you can probably guess what crop I'm talking about if you play the game. Anyways, and one of his first Let's Plays, he was like, yeah, all 22 subscribers. I was like, what? This was back in March, very much. He made these videos back in March. And his channel now has 12,000 subscribers. And it just hails to the idea that if you make a good video, you make a video and it does well, you can become a YouTuber. That's all it takes, is a video to do well. One video or a series of videos. And his tutorials is what made it do it. And so I've been thinking, like, well, with this new shift in the content, maybe I make tutorials. But I don't find myself being good at tutorials. Because I don't have the principles of each game down to a point. And also, like, if I were to do videos, I would do exactly what Farmer Cop is doing, because that's what I want to see. That's how I found him. And that's why I enjoy it. And so, obviously, I'm going to make something I enjoy. But, obviously, Farmer Cop already does this. And so, me doing it would just be like, let me harvest some of your views. That's not nice, and it's already being done. And he does it very well. Better than I could probably do it. And the way he does it, we're like with the wide tires one. That video is done so well. It's immaculate. Well, I wouldn't say immaculate, but it's done very well. And I really enjoyed it. And the only thing I could see why I wouldn't do it is because of how many trials you have to do and how you have to sit through each one of those trials and collect the data. As a man of science, I'm not a data collector. I don't like it. It's not of the scientific process. The parts of the scientific process I hate the most is data gathering. I hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. It's not fun at all. Doing the experiment one or two times, depending on what it is. Actually, take that back. Depending on what it is, doing it every single time can be fun. But if it's something that's not fun, like watching like pushing 3, which is cruise control on farming sim on the computer, and there's watching a tractor go up a hill and collecting and taking the time and being like, oh, it took them this long to get up the hill, and then resetting and redoing it, resetting and redoing it. I couldn't do that. I really could not do that. Even though that's the kind of stuff I like to watch, it's not who I am. However, if I had somebody that went and did it for me, and then I analyzed the data and made conclusions and drew conclusions from that, and then figured out ways of how we could use said data, that is more up my my wheelhouse and something I'd be much more inclined to do. That is something I just feel like I have the patience for, and something I enjoy. Which is interesting because doing research for some sort of experiment or whatever to answer some question. I always hated that, at least in school anyways. If I were to do it myself, like, I guess I asked a question. Can I put carpets down? So I guess I did do this in a sense, except I just did not do any actual testing. Except I did actually do an experiment. I asked the question, does carpet stop iron golems? And according to my research, I don't know. And so I was like, okay, according to the data, I have no idea still. So I'm going to go ahead and just do it. I also have no idea if iron golems can spawn above villagers. No idea. But I'm going to do it anyways. And gathering information on that was actually kind of annoying, because there was no consistency in the data, in the sources, which is why you do the experiment, which I really didn't do. I mean, building it in like the 3 stages that I did, I guess, is technically kind of that. Like, it was working. It was working, and I think it's working now. I fixed that hole. Let me just go up here and examine the villager farm. I don't see any iron golems spawning. I have no idea if they're, spawning at all. So we're gonna check this. Okay, so we have 2.5 stacks. Alright, we'll have to come back and check that number later. And actually, we're about done mining dirt, so we can actually get to the bridge building quite quickly here, considering we're about done. Considering we are about full up on dirt, so I said 1 double chest. That's about all we're gonna need. So hopefully, anyways. I went out. Okay. Right, and so I don't know if I can do tutorials. And when it comes to science, I'm not a data collector. This is not something I enjoy doing. I find it monotonous. And I'm not a fan of monotonous tasks. Which is funny, I'm going to be working in a bank, but to be fair, the reward of it's a funny paradox with me. I don't like monotonous tasks. So how do you avoid monotonous tasks? Well, you do 1 thing, something creative, or 2. Well, to avoid monotonous tasks, you either A, do something creative, or B, you work with people. Well, typically, creative things don't pay that well, unless you're really, really good at it, or you're a YouTuber in that case. Okay. Or you're a successful, or even a mildly successful YouTuber can still be better, can still outperform. It can still pay well, I should say. In theory, anyways. So, yeah, even a can pay well. So it's like, okay, but I suck with people. I suck working with them. I'm in sales now, and I was good at the start, and then as time went on, I just got worse. I think I'm better now. I've been practicing. I've been working on it because I realized I need good reviews to go to my next job. And obviously, I can't just piss off my manager for being such a crappy A, employee, and B, just a crappy salesman. And obviously, pissing off my employer and then asking him, hey, can you write me your letter of recommendations isn't exactly something I want to do. So it's like, I'm really trying. It's difficult, but I'm really trying to do a better job. So I've been, like, properly following our workplace's policies and just being like, by following them I mean like actually, like when you see a guest you're supposed to say hello. I haven't done that since day one. Because it's something I didn't like doing, so I'm working on doing that, which it's surprisingly difficult because it's just not something I do. And it's not because I'm an introvert, it's just like, I would rather go, and funny enough, do the monotonous task. Even though I just said here, I hate monotonous tasks. So it's gonna be interesting. Do I fall in this line where I hate monotonous tasks? Or do I fall in line of, I don't want to work with people? And because of this weird paradox I'm finding myself in, because of this weird paradox, I think I'm just going to, I just gotta keep plugging YouTube, because this is something I can get behind. I guess I don't know if I'm being creative. I'm literally digging, but whatever. I'm literally digging, but I'm still making content. It was just, I ran out of time to be creative this week. Otherwise, I would have done something fun and interesting. But, I think I'm getting better at my commentary. When I'm not doing something that requires me to actually think about what's going on in the gameplay, I can do this kind of stuff quite easily. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to title this. Just me digging. There's a lot of things I was supposed to do off camera. I didn't because I've been playing Farming Sim. Which is something I was afraid of, is like, well, if I start playing a lot of Farming Sim, I'm not going to get any Minecraft done. And if I'm not going to get any Minecraft done, the Let's Plays are going to suffer. But, when I'm doing these monotonous type tasks, I'm able to focus on it better. My commentary is better. What you're actually watching me do maybe isn't better. But if you just enjoy listening to me talk and hearing my opinions on things, then arguably this is better content. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. That is for sure. That is for certain. And that holds true here. So, oh boy. Where are we at? We're at 7:48. I started at 7:22, so that was, just round up to 7:20. So that was 10 minutes. 40 was another 10 minutes. We're at 30 minutes. Okay. So, since we're at 30 minutes. Okay, so we're at 30 minutes, which means we have 10 minutes left in this Let's Play. And I think we could probably just wait to do the bridge, even though we have enough dirt in this chest to do it. I mean, getting more dirt's always a good thing. And I would like to have a full double chest, which I basically have. But I'd like to fill my inventory and have that double chest, and then do it. So we are going to do one more round, or we're just going to fill my inventory. We'll just fill up my inventory. That's what we'll do. And we'll fill in this stuff, of course. That looks ugly, so. Right. Well, I had a list of things I wanted to talk about, with only 10 minutes left in the Let's Play. I gotta find something else to talk about. I don't think I actually ever talked about the workflow. Right, so Farming Simulator obviously requires a very different workflow. Do I let people watch? Do I subject people to watching me just sit there and talk while a helper does something? I mean, obviously in the next episode, in episode 3, I'm going to be harvesting my crops. And so, because of how small the fields are, and because of how close my profit margins are going to be, at least that's what I've calculated in my head anyways, roughly. In my mind, I guess I've never actually sold the product before, so I have no idea how close profit margins actually are. So I guess I'll find that out, since I've never really done that with this product. Like, if it were something I knew, like canola or soybeans, I would be like, oh, okay, yeah, I can justify a helper, but, well, what do I do during that then? Because the other field is ready until the next grow state, which then it needs fertilizer, which will probably need to be delegated to me, because of just how small the field is and because of how big my fertilizer spreader is. So, actually, that other field might be fine with a helper. We'll see. Right, and so I'm juggling this idea. And in episode 2, literally the entire episode is a helper planting the crop on this field. And then eventually I go and finish up what he didn't finish. And that's the entire episode. And it's just me talking about, well, economics, actually. Because when I'm playing Farming Simulator, my brain immediately jumps to economics. That's just how it works. Because, I mean, my degree is agricultural economics. So, agriculture makes me think about economics. If I was a normal econ major, if, I don't know, what would bring up my normal econ side of me? Well, I guess anything to do with business. So, I guess since farming is a business of some sort, that would also bring up the econ side of me. So, this being ag and a business, it really brings it up in my head. And so that's all I wanted to talk about. I give a kind of a, not a very good econ lecture. It was an econ lecture, though. Nonetheless. It was an econ lecture, nonetheless. And I don't know, obviously the episode isn't up yet. And so I don't know how people are going to take to it. And obviously this episode alone, same idea. I have no idea how people are going to take to it. Is commentary better than what's going on with the gameplay? Because like with Farmer Cop, I'm watching the gameplay. His commentary isn't that good, but I'm kind of just enjoying the gameplay. But I guess I haven't watched his newer episodes. I'll be interested to see how things change. As the series progresses, will his commentary get better? And so will I be listening to what he's saying and paying attention less to what's going on the screen? And actually something I was watching him, he was doing, and he would do these tasks, and he would just talk over them. Which makes me think, oh, then there's no problem with me just talking over me playing Minecraft or me playing Farming Sim. There's nothing wrong with that. Right? Does that logic justify? Is that logic justifiable? I think so. Maybe I'm wrong. I doubt there's anybody really listening, but it's just a water bottle. Rondo. Speaking of Rondo and the Farmer Cop, oh my god. So if you scroll down to the bottom of my YouTube channel, you will see, of course, Buck. And you will also see 2 new channels that pop down there. As of today, which is Thursday the 5th of November at 7:54 p.m., Rondo has 5 subscribers. EB Rondo. Go subscribe. Give him some love. Tell him you sent me. He actually streams on Twitch. And right now, anyways, he's playing FIFA and Battlefront. And he's really open to playing really anything you guys want him to, that he has available anyways in his game collection. I think he has Minecraft, but he's not going to play Minecraft. He's just not that kind of person. And then the other person down there is Tex, and his channel is the Foosballer. He doing the same thing, except he's only got 5 subscribers, which is puzzling. He's playing the same stuff, except he's more of a rager than Rondo, especially since Rondo, I guess Rondo's much better at the games, in my opinion, than Tex. So he doesn't rage as much. That's where you get rage, is when you're not good at the game. That's a hot take. I'm gonna get some hate for that one, aren't I? It's true though. I mean, what do you think about it? I mean, I guess even professionals rage at games. Don't get me wrong. If anything, those are the ones who should really rage at the games, because they're they're putting all this hard work into it and getting just screwed. I mean, they get angry as well. But Rondo is much better at FIFA, anyways. When it comes to Battlefront, they're about the same. So go give us a love. Go check them out. Make sure you hit subscribe. Watch their videos. They're obviously working on their commentary, just like I'm working on mine. Rondo just did a video on The Mandalorian, the first episode that just came out, which I guess tomorrow another episode goes live. So I'll have to watch that at some point. How many hits are left on the shovel? 56 in theory, but with Unbreaking 1, that could be 100. So that is a true metric. That calculation is correct, technically, I believe, anyways. So yeah, make sure you guys go check them out. They're working their way up there, and I hope they do well. I wish the best for them, which is a whole philosophy of you should wish the best for people, never the worst. If you're always wishing the worst, you're obviously going to spread negativity, and therefore you're not a good person. So, plus I have no reason to wish negative things upon them. Obviously, if they're doing well, and obviously what I want to do is set up kind of a channel network so us three can work together and help each other grow. Kind of in the same way the Broomstick Club helps everybody grow. Unless, wow, never mind, I lost that shovel. Guess we have to go trade for a new one. In the same way that the Broomstick Club, they all make videos off each other and help each other grow. And so if somebody's video does well, but if somebody's one video does better than normal, and you have, say, Buck in it, say you have like the squad, say Buck is in a squad video, and I don't know if the squad videos are doing better than Buck's videos. I have no idea. Say Buck is in a squad video, and the squad's video does well. Well, I mean, the squad does well, and as does Buck. And say the squad is in Buck's video. Well, if Buck's video does well, Buck does well, the squad does well. And they feed off each other. And so that's the same concept with us. And I'd love for us to play together, at least for me to go join them on one of the videos and just join in the commentary. I know Rondo and I discussed something like that, and I hope we get to do that. So we're gonna trade for a shovel here. We gotta find him first. That's always a challenge. And Dominic P, the guy I work with, he made a comment like, your villager farm is screwed up. And I'm like, it functions though. That's the important part. It functions and gets the job done. That's what matters. Not efficient at it, but it does the job. And look at that, new shovel. Can I help you? Stupid villager, get all up in my groove. It's kind of disturbing. What a very just laid back and chill episode. Got a lot done. Well, I mean, it doesn't feel like a lot to you guys, but it's a lot to me. And this is the kind of stuff this is something I like to do. when it comes, I saw some death particles. It's like, what died? Then I hear the squid dying, and I'm like, oh, it's a squid, obviously. Why am I trying to sleep? I need to go finish. So I'll finish this digging, and then I'll sign off. And then the next episode, we will actually build a bridge. There's not much left, so. Right, so yeah. What is with these acacia trees? Why are they so just tall and slender? That's not supposed to happen. This week has been... Oh, I guess I can probably save that commentary for next time. So yeah, make sure you go give Rondo and them some love. Rondo and the foosballer or Tex. Make sure you give them some love. They deserve it. I know the water bottle, I was talking to him, I was subscribed to them, but I don't know them. But I was like, isn't that kind of premise of YouTube? You subscribe to people you don't know because they like their content. But I guess, obviously, maybe he's just not a fan of Battlefront. Which is the same reason why it's like, Rondo's like, why don't you watch my content? I'm like, Battlefront and FIFA just don't do it for me. It's not something I watch. Like, right now, I'm watching a lot of Farming Sim. Because Farming Sim is what I'm into. And, obviously, I'm watching cave updates from IBX Toy Cat. I never got into this season of Hermitcraft, and so I kind of stopped watching Mumbo Jumbo. I couldn't stay invested in the season, partially because Mumbo just really decreased the rate at which he was uploading for this season of Hermitcraft, and so I was like, oh, so that kind of energy kind of rubs off on you, and you're like, well, if Mumbo clearly doesn't care, then I don't want to care. I mean, Mumbo clearly cares. He's just busy and his life's taking off and he's doing things. So obviously he can't post as much as maybe he would like to. Or also just because, well, this new season was kind of like they released it and then another update came out. I was like, why didn't they just wait a little while longer until another update and then just do it all in another update? But then I think their logic was, well, then the next update will come right away. But now with the next update taking much longer than they maybe originally anticipated, I suppose Mumbo adjusted the rate at which he was producing content. Because he's not even at 100 episodes yet for the Let's Play for Hermitcraft. And he's usually, I think anyways by this point, at 100 or something. And so it's just, that's a little strange and a little different compared to what he's normally at. Right, so let's sleep, and then I'm going to get a drink of water after this. My throat is very parched. It hurts to swallow. That's what she said. There's no one here to laugh at that joke, so W, lol. Anyways, I would like to thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. New Let's Plays every Monday, Wednesday, 11 a.m. such time, and good night. Hello there. Actually, it's more of a goodbye. This is my Minecraft outro. Anyways, make sure you subscribe so that we can hit our 10K goal so we can plant 100 trees for subs for trees. Otherwise, stick around for the next 20 seconds to give me that sweet, sweet watch time.